Well, good afternoon, and welcome to another special edition of Litter Media Live with Kathy Styer from the Adena Mansion Gardens. I'm Dan Ramey, and good to have you with us here today.
Thank you.
You've got a big weekend coming up.
Oh, I do, and I'm so glad to be here.
We're going to talk about the birthday of Thomas Worthington. It's going to be a lot of birthday candles on this cake. 250. Wow, that's incredible.
That's not right.
Yeah, we've been thinking about this for a long time, and here it is. So 250 to be celebrated this coming Sunday. Details coming up right after this from our friends at McDonald's.
I was looking for a first job. I had been babysitting and decided it was something for a little more permanent. It pays very well. It's convenient. You can make your own schedule with the flexibility. That's something that I like. The people that I work with are great. I wouldn't ask for a better crew or management team to work for.
We have known Kathy for a number of years now, and we appreciate, first of all, I'm going to say on a personal note, thank you for permitting us to be a part of the Adena Worthington's baseball team, the vintage baseball team. We talk a lot about it on this program, but you're our main sponsor, and we appreciate that.
Well, we're so proud to be, and we're proud that you all represent us very well. You don't always win.
Yeah, I was going to say, not with a lot of wins, but we try to represent vintage baseball as best as it's.
But it's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun watching you, and it's a lot of fun being at the games and supporting everybody. And I was really surprised this year when we had it that there were people who came out just to watch in the rain.
Yeah, despite the rain.
Yeah.
You're right. But if anything, that's just one of the events that you have throughout the year that bring people to the mansion. Mm-hmm. And I recall as a boy in school, we talked about going. I never got to go see the mansion at that time. The visitor center has been built since then.
Yes.
And there is a lot of things inside that we're showing you behind us here on the screens, but a lot of things that people probably aren't aware of that are right here in our backyard, historically speaking.
Well, Chillicothe's so historically rich anyway, and Adena Mansion Gardens is very proud to be part of that history. So,
yeah. You've been involved now how long?
I have worked at Adena Mansion Gardens since 2011.
Okay, so wow, that's more than a decade there already. So you pretty much know it like the back of your hand.
Yes, I do. I didn't start out as the director. I came into the director a year later, but I've enjoyed every moment that I've been there. There's not been any time where I've said, oh, I don't want to go to work today. Because you just look forward to it every single day.
Yeah, maybe back when the road was washed out, but that's all been taken care of now.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I was hiking through the woods then, so.
Oh, yeah. But this particular event is going to be to celebrate the 250th birthday of Thomas Worthington.
Yes.
Now, the mansion itself is not quite that old, but it's pretty close, isn't it?
Yes. The mansion was built in it was built in 1807. And so, but they lived up there before then, and they lived here in Chillicothe before then. So it's remarkable how we've seen things grow with him as far as his legacy. He was very proud of his community, which I think we have a very rich community. And I think he would be proud of that. So our event is designed to celebrate his legacy. It's not a reenactment. It's to celebrate his legacy and the fact that he would be proud of where his community is at today.
He was very much involved with statehood. He was the 6th governor, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, 6th governor of the state of Ohio. He had a personal relationship with Thomas Jefferson, a personal relationship with Tecumseh.
Yes.
So much of that tied in, and when you walk out onto the grounds, when you keep that in your mind, it like really just brings a whole new meaning to this is the top of Chillicothe right here.
It is. And you can look out and see Chillicothe from there. You can see the Mount Logan Range. It's the inspiration for the Great Seal of Ohio. Yeah. So,
what is it that's so special about this? What ties you into it? And what attracted you to Adena Mansion at the start?
When I first drove up there, it was in a snowstorm, so I wasn't really attracted in the beginning. But to see, I went to the visitor center, and to see how kind the people were that I met with, and I didn't meet with everybody, but the ones I did meet with were so kind. And that's what won me over. And then my first day of work was not snowy. And I went up the hill. And as soon as you get through the gate and you start up that hill, you just know that you're going to have a good day.
Yeah. And you're being a part of history.
You are.
In respects, living history. Mm-hmm. You have events throughout the year, as we mentioned, where people can come and visit. But the times I think that are most cool is when it is an operating farm. It's everything's an operation. Mm-hmm. You've got reenactors there.
Yes.
And it really sets the setting.
It does. We enjoy doing that. We like when you do have people in the tenant house and doing something, in the barn doing something. In the mansion, of course, they do not interpret in first person, but just the thought of, we've had such comments of people saying that it's just as good, our tours are just as good as at Monticello or at Mount Vernon. So that makes me proud.
Oh, yeah, yeah. This is kind of like, we've talked so much about the UNESCO World Heritage,
right.
All that is taking place, and our mound group are our pyramids. Well, this is our Mount Vernon. This is our Monticello.
It is. It is. If you think about it, it's one of 3 Benjamin Latrobe homes still standing today, which is something to be extremely proud of. He was the America's architect. I mean, so that's something to be so proud of, to have in our community, and to be, not only can we brag about Thomas Worthington, but we can brag that Benjamin Latrobe designed his home.
Mm-hmm. Now, for folks who will be there this weekend, what sort of things will they experience?
Well, this weekend we're going to have, as I said, it's a celebration. It's not a reenactment. So we're celebrating his 250th birthday.
Which happens every day, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Not the case.
So we're going to open the gates at 9 o'clock. Opening ceremony will be at the flagpole. We're going to have a reading from the 1803 Constitution, Ohio Constitution, which back then they called it the Testament, not the preamble. Mm-hmm. So we'll have that done. All of this will be done by veterans. So we'll have that done by a veteran, Ed Brown, and then Ed Deddy, who is not only an employee of Adena, but he's also a veteran. So he is going to raise the Ohio flag. And this is all celebration of him being the father of Ohio statehood. Mm-hmm. And then Bob Leach and the Honor Guard, the Ross County Honor Guard, will be there to do a 21-gun salute to kick everything off.
But then after that, more activities. There
are activities. I do apologize. Our tenant house, we had someone cooking in the tenant house, and he became ill. So he's unable to do that. I just found out today, and it's just a little late for me to get somebody in there. Yeah. But we will do the best we can to make it enjoyable for people. We have Marianne Brown giving a lecture at 10 o'clock. At 12 o'clock is when the Renaissance singers will start singing. And they'll sing Happy Birthday. We'll all be out in front of the mansion celebrating that. And then we will have cupcakes and ice cream available. All of this is at no cost. We're not charging anybody because, like I said, this is a community celebration for him.
But if you want to take a tour,
you can take
there
a tour.
Is a charge for that.
No, there's no charge.
No charge for the tour.
We're doing a
nice.
Tour. This is the first time, and everybody wants to do this. They want to be able to walk through on their own. Well, this is your chance.
Yeah.
There will be people in there to answer questions and in each room to answer questions and to, if you have any, to direct you where you want to go next. The logistics is still going to stay the same. So we will have people in there, but you get to go through at your leisure, and we will be letting people in every 15 minutes.
So you want to make sure you're there Sunday to check this out.
And there's no cost for anything. We will have water available if it's a hot day. We'll have the lecture. You can still go up to the visitor center and go through the museum. There's no cost to do anything. This is an opportunity. We wanted everyone in our community to be able to celebrate with us.
And that is this coming Sunday, July 16th, at Adena Mansion Gardens. I know the photos that people are seeing behind us here. Forgive me, I can't think of her first name. Last name was Hartsock. I remember
Renata
Hartsock. She was the one who gave us the tour. She was very thorough in a lot of everything that she was sharing with us, and gave Mike and I an opportunity to converse back and forth and ask questions.
And she will be there.
Oh, is that right?
Yes,
Good.
she will be in the kitchen. Mary Ann Brown will be in the drawing room. Allison, another one of our docents, will be in the entry hall to welcome everybody in. So I can't rattle off all of them.
2 minutes.
I don't remember who's where, but I did remember them. But yeah, it'll be a fun day, and we will fill in where our tenant house got. We will also have horse and wagon rides.
Oh, very good.
Going on.
Okay.
So
will Ed be doing that as well?
No.
Okay.
These are different horses.
Gotcha. I know one thing that one of the Ohio Village Muffins mentions to me whenever we come together to play baseball. He says, I always enjoy seeing those horses. As soon as you come around the curve right there at the barn, there they are. It's as if they own the place.
Yes, it is, because sometimes they get out.
Oh, is that right?
The deer will knock down the fence, and they will mosey themselves out. And I don't even tell Ed, because I love seeing them out on the grounds and walking around and eating the grass. I mean, they're just so beautiful.
Yeah, they really are majestic animals. I will tell you, when I was at the Adena Mansion last, I saw deer just hanging out, just walking along.
They do.
And they truly, they're like a cat. They own everything.
Yeah.
You're in our territory.
Yes. Yes. And the thing is that when I come into work, sometimes they're in the parking lot. And they'll just look up at me and let me drive by and continue to eat.
As you were.
Yeah.
Again, if you've never been to Adena Mansion Gardens, it is worth your time to make the trip up there. The inside of the mansion, which we've been showing you here, is pristine. But you go to the visitor center, there's so many cool things inside there. And I know the Ross County Historical Society is having an Ohio Erie Canal event coming up later this month for kids. Right. You've got an actual kind of barge there to give you an idea of what it would have been like to have been on a canal.
That is a flatboat. So that is what we use to demonstrate their trip from the Scioto River clear out to New Orleans. So and that's what that talks about. But that is a flatboat, and when we have the school kids, we cram them all on the flatboat so they know what it's like to be on the flatboat. And they're only on there for about 5 minutes. And think about it. The other people were on it for 30, 60 days sometimes.
It's a long float to go from the Scioto to the Ohio and then on over to the Mississippi. And
down onto the ocean, really.
Yeah, and hope that you don't end up in the Gulf of Mexico.
Exactly.
But I think one of the coolest items there is the Tecumseh hatchet.
Yes, the tomahawk peace pipe is there. It is the original. Everybody asks me if it's the original, and it is. In the mansion, you can hold the reproduction. You can touch it, you can feel it, see how heavy it is. I can tell you that the real one is a lot lighter than the reproduction.
Mm-hmm. And forgive me, I said hatchet. It's tomahawk and peace pipe.
It's a tomahawk peace pipe.
Yeah, and it's on display. Mm-hmm. You can see that at the Visitors Center as well. And the gift shop will be open?
Gift shop will be open. We also have it's an exhibit that we put up. Oh, it was on loan to us by the Franciscan Sisters of the Poor, because Sarah, his second oldest daughter, had a relationship with the Franciscan Sisters of the Poor. So they loaned us her chairs, and I think it is going to be a permanent loan because they're such gracious people. But we do have those. They have been on display for about 1.5 years now.
Now, we've not touched on this. Of course, it's Thomas Worthington's birthday, but he had a number of children. Some of them we lost in their infancy or in their childhood years, right?
No, they all lived to adulthood.
Did they really?
Yeah, all of them lived to adulthood.
I was thinking that...
they died as young adults. Like, I think the youngest death was 29.
Okay, maybe that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
This is why you have these conversations with people who are there and know what was going on.
Yeah, the youngest death was around 29, and I think the others lived to be, I think it was, the oldest would have been like 78, maybe.
Okay, all right. So now I got that straight in my head. I'll remember it forever now.
There you go.
Anything that we have missed? Oh, you're going to have the Business After Business up there, aren't you?
The Business After Business is on the 19th, right after his birthday.
Okay.
So come on up for the Business After Business. We don't do it very often, so I'm very very excited to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
And Bobby at the chamber has been very helpful. So
good. So hopefully you can be there Sunday. If you can't, make sure you're there for the BAB.
Yep.
Very good. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Again, you can get more details at adenamansion.com. You can follow them on Facebook. And again, the event that we've been talking about today is Thomas Worthington's 250th birthday celebration. It starts at 9 a.m. Sunday. And don't forget the 21-gun salute. They'll have the raising of the flag and cupcakes and ice cream as well.
Oh, I forgot to mention, though. Can I say this?
Absolutely.
The cupcakes are coming from High Five Cakes, and the ice cream is coming from Highland Creamery. We wanted to keep everything local, so I'm excited to have a cupcake from High Five Cakes, and I want ice cream from Highland Creamery.
Yeah, Highland's Ice Creamery and High Five Cakes, they are...
go good together.
Good together. It's a great marriage. They need their buildings to be closer together.
They do. I didn't mean to stop after you were already winding up.
Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Now I want ice cream and cupcakes. Sunday, 9 o'clock, be there for the birthday celebration for Thomas Worthington. With Kathy Styer, I'm Dan Ramey. Thanks for watching Litter Media Live.